like carpets in and stuff.
That's great.
I was just being sucked down this tube. Really, really fast. I found a way to combat nightmares when I was younger.
Booze.
And I had a Canadian Mountie ashtray.
Clearly not one of the good days, was it there? I mean, you were in a bit of a hole very early on in the match.
Way of approaching Brexit that genuinely can bring...
That's extreme. Brexit is Brexit. It's not difficult to understand. It's Brexit. Don't tell us, and I'm fed up of hearing this from politicians, don't tell us that those ardent Brexiteers, we just want Brexit. It means getting out of the single market, governing ourselves, controlling our borders. This is not rocket science. It's called Brexit.
Is it going to happen? I don't know. But I tell you what, do you remember the film Love Actually, where the British Prime Minister stands up?
If we got a majority at 52 to 48, and we all agree it's going to happen, and we all agree we're going to leave the EU, and we're going to leave the customs union, then forget hard, forget soft.
Yeah.
Right? We're the 6th largest trading nation in the world. You telling me Europe doesn't want to trade with us?
We've never used it. That's great.
Is this what you want? People you'll never see, but ask yourself, how many more times will you see them?
Have a cup of coffee first.
Give myself a little.
You do cool.
Beautiful. Can you actually sign your names on?
Oh yeah, I suppose so.
A cat just in a house, just modified itself with a broken television, and it had become a kind of cyber cat.
Next album title right there.
I can't think of a shitty band that's rock
Oh, it's such jerks.
but it's still rock and roll.
Puzzling the Cabinet today, the question of the Irish border. How to make fit the UK leaving the customs union with having promised no hard border on the island.
Doing to stay warm. Well, she'll be chilly.
I'm a gigantic eyeball blinking side to side, side to side. Side to side, side to side.
Itself, we will continue to go on cheapo flights to stag parties in ancient cities.
Where is the clarity? Where are the clear answers? The clarity.
Carrot.
Enough of your.
I understand. Look, I'm not a great expert on vacuum cleaners, but he this morning. Happy Pancake Day. Have a good one. Goodbye.
This is Monday, mate.
Yeah. You can't talk though. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I travel. The best live sport from 6:30. The UEFA Champions League. This is fine.
Morning, thank you for coming back, Alex.
The heat is on. Yeah. The heat is on. The heat is on. Burning, burning, burning. It's on the street. The heat is on.
Who do you think is the Kardashians? Who would you say are the principal players?
We're sitting on the cure for biological aging and complex disease. It would actually be a crime against humanity to not move forward and find out.
You know, 110%, which sometimes is 10% too much.
Still really slow back to junction 8 at Carrington.
Bronze or bust. She's got to hit this yellow onto the other red, hope that that jams. It's got to just sit right, and it's not. Oh my goodness. And that means the bronze medal goes to Japan, their first ever medal in curling.
We remain.
Yeah, but it's not about remaining friends, it's about them giving
it
us a deal.
absolutely is. And that's what Brexit is. The constant is independence, which is what we voted for, and the variable is the deal. Independence, you can't have a hard or soft independence. And we don't want some of our sovereignty back. All right. We want all of our sovereignty.
Bugger!
No, that image behind you just says it all, doesn't it? Oh. Now,
You terrorist next door. And the family's future goes up in flames.
I couldn't see. Look out the window, Mark, Mark. They're knocking the wall down, Mark, quick. Look, they're knocking the wall down. Get off the wall, you bastards. Came rushing out with my camera, trying to take photos, but by the time I got out here, my wall was knocked all over my drive. The whole lot of it was totally sledgehammered down. Couldn't believe. She come back again and made sure it went down properly.
To stop a bad guy with a gun, it takes a good guy with a gun.
It was just absolutely biggest relief, but one really did stand out, and he did send a cold shiver down me. She'd drawn a big crucifix and she filled it in, killed Brian, and then R.I.P. So I started then sleeping over there in the washing up unit under the letterbox.
And at 1 a.m. on a cold December morning in 2016, when Brian was fast asleep, terror erupted.
I heard the alarm going. I jumped straight up, and I still wasn't 100% certain if it's false alarm or she had died, and then I smelled the smoke.
Despite her threat to burn Brian's property, smoke was coming out of Angela's flat.
People, so then.
This particular restaurant in Bristol has actually been closed since Thursday evening of last week. You can see the posters around the window explaining the situation, really just saying they've had a few hiccups with deliveries right across the country.
That's not good. That really isn't good. Not for 4 days.
Tragic. The whole day is ruined.
Yeah, it's just ruining my lunch really. I'll have to, go somewhere else.
There are people on the pitch. They think it's all over. Well, it is now for Manchester City's dreams of 4.
The thing with football, because you see the game out, everyone goes, it's a great game plan. You don't have much choice with it. The quality of the opposition's that good, as I say, they force you back. You know, when you have them 2 or 3 moments in the game, maybe a set piece, maybe a breakaway. You know, we had one good one first half and the lads had a couple of 1-2s, and you're just hoping. And then if you can get that goal, can you hang on? And we did. You know, as I say, the players deserve all plaudits tonight. I made up for them. Did you? It's part of the game, isn't it? We all love the game. We're competitive. We want to win. Do you know, we can't just, you know, Man City and watch their great players grace our pitch and clap them every time. We've got to get about them and stuff. And I felt it was a red card. Whether it was or not is irrelevant now because the referees get it. I don't know. I haven't seen it back. You guys have had the hindsight of it. And when you're watching, it's the great thing with Sky Sports, and that everyone watches it 15 times and then gets the decision right. But that's not real. It's live time. And the players, I thought, would come in a little bit higher. Listen, it's only my opinion. If I'm wrong, you know, I'd apologise to people. You know, I don't want reds and yellows and sendings off. I want good competitive games. And, you know, I felt the game for us always had to be something where we disrupted their style somehow. Did that disrupt their style? Possibly. Did that lead to us possibly having a good reason? Possibly did.
Goldfists caused the last few moments, and they are basically waiting for further information, they say, from seismologists, from data experts, to determine whether tremors that apparently have been felt in areas including Bristol, the Midlands and South Wales, those are areas that have been mentioned to them, is in fact an earthquake.
Help stank their civilian helper, who turns out to have a complaint against this raging bull.
Videotape. It's the only substance that is immortal. The soul vaporizes, I'm sorry. After you die, you got about 36 hours and then no more soul. But videotape is good. You're good and you're almost immortal because after 15 or 17 years, you recopy yourself on new vinyl video. And you never die. You never die. You're always on tape. Melvin Kaminsky is no more. Long live videotape.
It ain't a sin to make an inquest. I'm gonna take it further, and there's a feeling that I can't suppress. They wanna take me further.
We tried to bunk the tube and then we got nicked. And then we got sectioned. I got sectioned. And then he got sectioned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Can I keep that?
Yeah.
Prosthetic silicone rubber. Got that? That's heavy. If you pick the mask up, you go, fucking hell, you've got that on all day. It's really heavy.
What are my people was? Radio. Make it do it, makes us all better, faster, stronger.